Wow, what a trailer. Want to find out more about that trailer? That movie? It's about time for us to. Mr. Joshua Ojo is in the building. He started his career as a child actor, and he ventured into acting at the age of 10. Now, he also did some modeling and some high-profile TV commercials, and down the line, played a major character in the popular Fuji House of Commotion. 15 years later, you know, he is the executive producer, writer, and director of the film, Wole Soyinka. Apparently, this film just won the jury prize as the best biopic in Africa at the just concluded Toronto International Nollywood Film Festival. It's great to have you in the building.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. Okay, first of all, you're wearing 3 caps here. Executive producer, director.
Yep.
Where did this idea come from? Is this something to work on? A biopic like this is not just something you pick up off the street. Talk to us how it started.
We have so many filmmakers in Nigeria, and I thought it would be nice to carve a niche for myself, to do something different from what others are doing. I mean, we're used to seeing comedies, films, you know, romance comedies. I wanted something different, hence why I ventured into it. And yeah, and at the same time, I felt it's always good to celebrate our heroes while they're still here, hence why I picked Wole Soyinka.
So we're definitely going to touch on that, but let's talk a little bit about your background in the industry and how it was like, you know, entering the industry for you. What was that inspiration? What was that move that made you say, yes, this is what I want to do?
Okay, so I love watching films. You know, I've seen several films, and I thought it would be nice to venture into it. Yeah. And I remember vividly, I spoke with, what's her name now? Annie Jamanze. Okay. And I met with Zebijura as well, and did some auditions here and there, and that was how I ventured into it, yeah.
Then Fuji House of Commotion.
Fuji House of Commotion came rightly after I did Tightrope for USAID. And Media International, that's Tudolu Ede, the late Ede, yeah. So I did Tightrope for about 3 years. So that was where the late Amaka Igwe saw me, and she picked me up for Fuji House of Commotion.
Fantastic, fantastic. But, you know, it's one thing to work in front of the camera, but then there must have been a journey to eventually start producing and directing your own films.
Okay, like I said, I love doing something different, right? And getting roles as an actor, I feel I wasn't satisfied. So I went to a film school, came back, and I thought it would be nice to do something else. Hence why I paused on acting, you know, and I ventured into directing and filmmaking, yeah.
So now you have this smile on your face as you talk about this story, and it feels like the journey has just been one of really great leaps and bounds for you, because then suddenly we hear there's a biopic for Wole Soyinka. This is an iconic figure internationally. His books and works are being studied in Ivy League universities all over the world. Working on a biopic like this is no small feat. Let's talk about how this journey started. Why Wole Soyinka?
Okay, like I said earlier, our heroes should be celebrated, you know, not when they are dead. Prof clocked 90 years. Few months ago, and there's a whole lot about Wole Soyinka that we don't know. Obviously, when you Google Wole Soyinka, you see so many stuff about him, but I wanted to, you know, explore the parts where people don't know, the untold story of Wole Soyinka, hence why I ventured into it. And it wasn't an easy ride, trust me. Pinning Wole Soyinka down to get his attention, his approval, it wasn't easy at all, but hey, here we are.
Okay, so you're saying, hey, here we are, like it was, like it was a hop, skip, and jump. Oh, no, let's go see him. But he's known to be someone who likes his solitude. He likes staying out of the city, you know. In fact, you know, the only time we really see him is you see him walking in gardens. You know, you see him with wildlife and in a very relaxed state. So pulling him out of that, bring him into a production aspect of things, maybe you had someone assist with that particular part of the process? Did you have someone shadow him? How did you get that done?
I did it myself, really.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, though I tried to speak with some mentors here and there to help me out with that, but it wasn't successful. So I went all out myself to talk to him. And yeah, I mean, hence why I said there's so much about Prof we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, at first I was a bit nervous. I thought Prof wouldn't, you know, give me that attention, but he did really. And I got to realize that Prof is actually a gentleman. It's not that difficult like they picture him. And yeah, he listened to me, and we did it.
So you have an iconic figure like him, and then you now need to cast for who's going to play him. Let's talk about your casting process and the actors you had to work with.
Okay, so I believe when you want to do something of this great magnitude, you need to do it the right way. I wasn't really looking at the actors, not, you know, that will sell the movie alone. I tried to use the right actors, you know, that have that little similarity, close to the real characters. Hence why I picked my actors carefully. We have Lateef Adedimeji, we have Ibrahim Chata, we have Makinde Adeniran, we have Segun Arinze, and a whole lot of them.
Now, getting them on a project like this, was it challenging? Were they eager to jump on it?
It wasn't challenging. They were really, really excited to jump on it, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Because, you know, there are some roles that either, you know, make or mar you as an actor. And portraying a Wole Soyinka, or even being in a movie like this, that's definitely going to go all over the world. People are going to want to see this. Even once they Google Wole Soyinka, it's probably going to pop up, you know, that there is a biopic about him. So that's a lot of pressure. How did you manage having the cast on set? Because you wear many caps, remember? Okay,
it wasn't easy because at first I lost 80% of my actors few weeks before the shoot, and the reason is because I had an accident. 2 days before the shoot, you know, hit and run, and I had to do a major surgery on my right leg. Yeah, so while filming, I was on a wheelchair because I had over 20 metals in my leg. And I just really wanted to tell the story. So I was on a wheelchair, and it was difficult to, you know, call them back. I had to replace virtually 80% of them, you know, and yeah, it wasn't really easy. Trust me, it wasn't really easy.
So when they say blood, sweat, and tears went into this, you literally can't say blood, sweat, and tears went into this. Let's talk about Lateef Adedimeji playing that role, portrayal of Wole Soyinka. You probably had to sit down with him for hours and hours. How was it working with an actor like this? Talk to us about that.
Okay, so like I checked some footages of Professor Wole Soyinka. I checked some materials that I sent to him, and the other guy, you know, they went through it. They took their time to study Professor Wole Soyinka, his mannerism, how he talks, body movement, and all that. So it was pretty easy to do that, you know, while filming.
So I've always wondered about, you know, an actor that could portray such a character like this, and I think you did an amazing casting job.
Thank you very much.
Using Lateef Adedimeji. I think this is going to be amazing to watch. I would love to see it myself. Is it out now?
It's coming out on the 29th at the cinemas.
29th.
Yes, and of course I will invite you for the premiere.
I would love to be there. I would love to be there. Can we hint if he's going to be around himself? Do you think
I would like to keep that as a secret.
Okay, of course, you won't let that get out of the back.